toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Catch in the middle, it's Ray. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, it's so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Rebels are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lee. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. To throw, it's Simmons. Under fire. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Harris. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Ducks backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Hughes. Out of bounds at the 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives them some breathing room. First and 10 from their own 17. Tight end now in motion. Moore will throw. On the run, still looking. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Touchdown, Rebels! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. And when he throws it, they'll break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hughes. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. The give is to Taylor. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. To the air. It's Simmons. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lee. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Leaves it with the running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. The play action fake. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Keeps looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's high. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. He steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They'll run play action. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moore will throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Out of the shotgun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Listen, at this point, at the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking...
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Taylor has it, finds a little space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Bring in the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Give to the running back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position. position as they're up at the 35.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Moore to the air. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Stewart. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receivers. Putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Moore will throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Oregon.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacey. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Quarterback making checks. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Moore to the air. Dances away. Lets it fly. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. The caller now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the win.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gets rid of it. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes the grab. It's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Oh, they really could have used that catch their physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Moore will throw. Using his feet to buy time. Going right and going deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They'll go to the ground. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Back to pass, it's Simmons. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. If he tried to force that football into a real tiny window, he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Rebels will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hughes.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. This is a designed run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore to the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. Shoots it to the left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the middle. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll throw it to the back on the screen, and they pick up. Few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Well, will they dial up on on second and a long way to go. Slithers into space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Takes a handoff. It's Hughes. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Huge in a tie game. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game, who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Moore will throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Quarterback gets the first down. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. Fires left. He's got an open man. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Going up top again. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's looking to throw. He's got it for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? You want to go for it? It's your decision.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Simmons. Snagged in the middle, it's Dribbling. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Rebels in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, at this point in the game, at this field position with only a few ticks left on the clock, I think the safe move, obviously, punt the ball away, trust your defense, get it to OT, and go try to win it there.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Moore to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Now third and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense sets the tone right off the jump. Great job executing. This is exactly why you want to play defense first and not giving up yards, forcing a long field goal.
A field goal would give them the lead, but they're going for it on 4th and long here in overtime. On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes onto the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Calls his own number. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. To make sure they have a chance to kick it easy when and win it in OT. Hard running there. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So here we go, a long field goal attempt to win it. Not a chance. Missed it. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime.
And that's now the kicker's 3rd miss, and there's no way that the rain is not impacting this kid and his confidence and his mechanics. He just can't make it work.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the 2nd OT. Grabbed behind the line. It's dribbling. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Handoff from the gun. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. They're going for the touchdown here on 4th and goal in overtime. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. Not even a thought to take the field goal. They're going for it on 4th and goal. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Rebels! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Moore will throw. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.